stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. No. 58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Jim. He's coming. Double up. He's coming again.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Get right. Come. I'm coming for you, son. 51's the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot.
You're not ready.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in.
And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Go!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. There he goes left side. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 72 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
25, check 25. Hey, check 26.
Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ready. 280. 22. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, easy. Is that yours? Who's that?
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Exit.
Here's Rodgers to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Slide. Inside. Hey, Charlie.
Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
I got it. I got trick this side. We got three. Number 50. Number 50. Chip. Hey, zoom.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. We'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now a first down carry by Jones. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for...
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. Amendola, he was the intended target. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Devon Kennard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that'll bring up second down.
25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 35. 0.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
13 yards on the play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, dude.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, Lon. We better than that.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
35, Mike, 35.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
35's the Mike.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Check right there. Yeah, there. Boom, boom.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Hey, 626.
Mike 51.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Over.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
At the 37-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
First down, Green Bay.
Hey, orbit.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got Curse. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up.
And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now Rodgers steps away. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Watch
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
258.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check, 42.
Hey, wahoo!
42's the mic.
To throw again. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Stafford now to throw. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Blue 60!
Double dog, double dog.
Hey!
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Easy!
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hey, seam six.
Rodgers throwing here. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.